Barcelona have just dropped a stinker, a disgrace of a performance against Rayo Vallecano. These boys have dropped 2 valuable points away at Rayo, fam. And let me tell you guys this straight to the face, fam. If this is the team you're telling me is going to brutalize Real Madrid this season, then I'm sorry, I'm having a big laugh right now. Because this team's defense is absolutely trash. This team's defense right now is dog shit, fam. They are so... Bruv, let's talk about Hansi Flick. I don't know if this guy's tactics are still working. But from my last match reaction and prediction, you guys were over there yelling. But let's look at this game, fam. And throughout the game, a controversial penalty was awarded. But let me say this, yeah. If not of Joan Garcia on that Barca's goal post, I swear, Barca would have conceded at least 4 goals in this match week, fam. In their 3rd game of the season. Even though the match was a 1-1 tie, but the scoreboard doesn't reflect the entire roller coaster of events that happened throughout this game, fam. And let's talk about the first half first of all. Joan Garcia with a huge save before the first goal of the game around the 15th minute. And I don't know how that Rayo player could miss from that very position. And then around the 40th minute, we have a penalty that was awarded. And when you quickly look at Lamine Yamal being tripped, you think, bro, okay, that's a penalty. But immediately the replay was shown, fam. There's absolutely no contact. And I'm not trying to blame the referee here because we had a shocking news throughout this game. VAR was not working. Video assistance referee was not available, fam, in a La Liga game in 2025. How is that happening, fam? How is this still happening in football? And why is it always La Liga? Why not the Premier League? I expect something like this to be happening in the Saudi Pro League, fam. It can't even happen in the Saudi Pro League because these guys have the dough. These guys have the bread. And Rayo Vallecano, I'm also going to criticize the pitch, man. The pitch was such in a very poor condition. But that's not a factor to consider because it's the same thing for the 2 teams here. Barca is under the same conditions. Rayo is under the same conditions. But I expect the referee to do better, man. I expect the linesman to do better at that spot despite VAR not being available. Bro, I don't even understand how that is even possible. And I still don't understand if they knew this before the match whistle was blown or the kickoff whistle was blown or they found out during the game. But that trip from Lamine, man, that was a clear dive. You get? But honestly, when I saw that the first time and I'm trying to understand with the referee that maybe it's because of his first time instinct that made him award the penalty. If the VAR was there, I guarantee you if this guy would have reviewed that goal, he wouldn't have given that penalty. And Lamine buried the penalty, fam. And before the halftime whistle was blown, I think Barca had a huge chance to make it 2-0 and kill the game at that spot. But Dani Olmo, I don't know where he saw the goalpost. His shot went way off, man. Way off target, like straight into the stands. Man, that is where the spectators are sitting, man. The goal is right here. That's where you need to shoot, fam. And it's crazy, and that was halftime. And the second half, fam, the second half, you expect that Barca came in with that energy to find a second goal, but their attack died down. They didn't even attack even in the first half, fam. They were so shit. And despite Lamine scoring a penalty, that was the best he could do in this game, fam. He wasn't creating anything. His passes were shit. His attacking play was absolutely dog poop, fam. And Rayo Vallecano, what an impressive team. They brought the heat to Barcelona, fam. And I told you guys this at the beginning of the season. This Barca's high line has been exposed. Even a very small team like Rayo Vallecano is able and tactically able to exploit these guys' high line defense, which they like to keep high up in the pitch. And when you look at this game, you could see that Barca was struggling, man. Eric Garcia and Christensen as centre-backs. But Balde is not producing enough when it comes to sticking with that high-line tactics. And bro, if this team meets Real Madrid, this team is absolutely not ready for the UCL teams they are going to play. Fam, they are going to play PSG. They are going to play Chelsea, man. These guys are good in exploiting defense weaknesses. And let's look at the second half. I think everything that happened in the second half was just Rayo trying to find a goal, trying to equalize, trying to get that goal. And at the 68th minute, they finally got that goal. What a beautiful volley from that corner kick, man. Beautifully set. Look at this goal, fam, and tell me Barcelona's defense is not shit. And tell me this is the defense that wants to go and play against Real Madrid, fam. The guy was left unmarked, alone. How are you defending a corner kick and leaving the man way off at the far post all alone? and with a beautifully timed volley, he buried it in the back of the net, and it was 1-1, fam. At this point, you would think Hansi Flick, with his tactical whatever that you guys keep pressing all the time, he might do some changes and get a goal. But Rayo kept hitting and hitting for that second goal. But unfortunately, man, they had Joan Garcia, the best La Liga keeper, on goal. And if you ask me on my own opinion, in my opinion, that is the best signing Barca has made this season, man. That keeper had to be on drugs, man. That guy needs to be whipped and tortured so he can tell us the truth. He is definitely on drugs, because there's absolutely no way he was making that save after save after save. And I don't know if I should praise him for those saves or I should criticize the Rayo Vallecano players for not being as clinical as they needed to be in order to get that goal, that winning goal. Because in the last minutes of the game, fam, these guys had two good chances, two incredibly good chances, and Joan Garcia saved all of them, fam, keeping Barca alive to get just a point in that Rayo Vallecano game, fam. But whatever the result, I'm so happy as a Madrid fan. Don't even come out here telling me it's just the third game of the season. Bro, a team of Barca's level need to pick those 3 points at that place. Even if they took the 3 points at the end of the game, fam, a lot of things were exposed by this team that PSG is keeping a watch of, Chelsea is keeping a watch of, and we, Real Madrid, have kept a watch of, fam. Eric Garcia, Christensen, Ronald Araujo, these are the people these guys are depending on, and that Inigo Martinez leaving the club is still affecting Barca till today, bro. And I can't wait for us to feast on this team. I can't wait for Real Madrid to torture this team. There's also something I want to point out. At first, I was scared of the Marcus Rashford signing, fam. But as the days go by, I'm looking at this signing as a terrible decision by Barcelona, because there's absolutely no way you will get Rafinha, who last season was the best left winger in football. And in a game where you're trying to get a goal, you're taking him off to bring in Marcus Rashford. Oh, sorry, Marcus Trashford. You're bringing in Marcus Trashford and taking off the best left winger in the world. I call him the best left winger because you think I need to praise Vini here, but Vini is slowly getting back to reclaim his throne as the best left winger in the world, fam. But it's crazy to me. I'm going to prove this. It is the same thing that happened against the Levante game. Barca were 2 goals down. Levante was leading 2 goals. And when Flick changed Rashford and sent Rafinha to that left wing position, that's the only time Barca could manage to get that final goal, fam. But I love this game. I like the fact that they took just a point and we are on top of the table right now. And as well as their defensive shit, man, these guys defensively are so shit. If Rayo Vallecano had clinical players, bro, I swear to you, this game would have ended like 5-1. Considering the fact that Barca scored, it would have been 5-1. Kudos to Joan Garcia. And bro, that was it. That was it for this game. We're going to look at the next game, fam, if they're going to improve. But I'll be dropping my reaction for Madrid's next game, which is going to be against Real Sociedad. Boys. This season is getting heated, and that's it for me. It's your boy, Incredible James. Please, if you did like the video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's go. Hala Madrid.